Hello, thank you so much for joining me here today. So, we are going to be doing a yes no pick a card reading. We have one card for each pile. You can go ahead and have two questions and use one for either pile. You can decide to just connect with one card and have one question, and that is it. Whatever is up to you is how you navigate this video forward. If you'd like to have a personal reading, check out my website, temperanceandsage.com. That is the absolute only place that I do personal readings. So I will give you a second here to select the pile that you want, and the timestamp to jump to the second pile is available in the description box as well if you decide to go with that one as well. Hello, pile number one. If you have selected this yellow tarot card, then this is your reading. I hope you have your question ready to go, and let's dive in. So, the card that you have is the Moon. Now, the Moon is a very interesting card because it can say that there's a little bit more to the meaning or a little bit more to understand in the situation rather than just a yes or no question, right? There might be a little bit more that we have to dive into, a little bit more information. So, if you've selected this pile, I would definitely recommend a personal reading or to throw down your own tarot cards just to dive into a little bit deeper and not just take the answer here today as the soul answer when it comes to this message, because this reading really comes forward with the idea that there is a very strong, deeper meaning here or further understanding that we have to have, and it may not just be so simple. So, the answer that I would give for the Moon is a no. The Moon is the absolute only card that I give when it comes to having a full stop no. So, there is definitely a broader idea that needs to come forward here. There is a very strong energy that's coming for the universe just to give you that sort of no energy. Now, it's very interesting that we do have these flowers that are awake, even though the moon signals the idea of sleep. So there's something that's maybe going on here underneath the radar, in the subconscious, something that is, happening around the scenes that maybe we need to dive into a little bit deeper. Maybe there's more understanding or more ideas that need to come into play beyond just the one question that you have asked here today. There might be a little bit more information that needs to come in. When we have these stars come forward, maybe something needs to heal, or we need to be a little bit more hopeful in the situation. With the flowers, maybe we need to grow. With this river moving forward, maybe there's something that needs to kind of flow into place here, or there's a bit of a longer journey to get to that answer rather than it being something simple. So with the moon coming forward here today, I would give a no to the question that is being asked. If you're looking for maybe some clarifiers, again, I would recommend a personal reading. The link will be down below in the description box if you'd like to dive into one of those with me, or feel free to throw down your own tarot cards just to get a little bit more of an understanding here with this one question that you've asked. But I would say a no here for today. There's definitely something else going on that needs to be kind of looked at as well when it comes to this particular question that you've asked here today. So diving into pile number two, if you have selected this lovely little purple card, then this is your reading. I hope that you have your question ready and we are good to go. Let's see. So with the Ace of Pentacles coming forward here, this definitely signifies maybe a lot of value wanting to come your way or a little bit longer of a journey. We also see a new beginning come forward with the idea of the number one being the Ace. So there might be a new beginning tied here to the question that you've asked, or maybe there's something coming forward that represents the self. Maybe we have to look at the self a little bit more. You have to look at you. If you've asked for another person, maybe they need to kind of recognize something or look into themselves a little bit more. But the Ace of Pentacles gives a strong point of value. I would say yes based off this card. It is a really strong card for giving offerings. So if you've been asking for some job to give you a money, for some job to give you a job, for somebody to give you a relationship, to bring in structure into your life. Maybe you've been wanting to have a home, sign a contract in one way or another. We see this energy coming forward here with value. It can also be a really good card to talk about trust. So if you've been needing to have some trust, have some faith in a situation, this can be an incredible card for that as well. It's a really good card to get a yes for. because it can signify the idea of something staying for a longer period of time, to give you value, to shape something into feeling structured for you, to shape something into, where it feels better, it feels more, it feels stable, it feels like it can grow, and it is trying to give you a new beginning in life or give you an opportunity to build up from here, rather than it just being this one event that is just, tied to a yes or no answer and that is it. It looks like this could roll off into something else and be very prosperous for you in one way or another, really add to your life or give you value. Even if you asked a question that is not so desirable, I always say the not so desirable question is like, are they cheating on me or something like that? Even if you've gotten a yes for that, it is giving you the opportunity or the space for maybe a new relationship to come forward or a new chapter in your relationship that could then work on trust, work on stability, work on bonding, right? This Ace of Pentacles wants to have the opportunity of building up to something better and offering you something more. So based on this card here today, I would definitely say yes. If you're wanting to maybe see more of the long-term aspects of how something can be played out, feel free to reach out to me on my website to have a personal reading. I would absolutely love to do one for you, and maybe we can dive into where this new beginning can take you, how the situation can play out, or even with the Ace of Pentacles, it can take some time. So maybe we can even dive into a little bit more of the timing in the situation as well. But thank you for joining me here today, pile number 2. If you feel like you have another question, feel free to check out pile number 1, and I hope to perhaps see you in another reading.